channel. So today I am going to do a video called why sequels don't work. Why sequels are not as good as the original film. So I'm going to do I'm going to bring up two films and their sequels and go deep inside of why they worked or didn't work. I've got the Pitch Perfect trilogy and the Bad Neighbours two film. I don't know what they call it, but I don't know. If you know, put it down, comment down below. But anyway, so I'm going to be talking about the Pitch Perfect trilogy and the Bad Neighbours, like I said. And so I'm first going to start with the Pitch Perfect trilogy. Personally, I think the sequel, the trilogy, the second and third film did not work at all. I loved the first one. The first one had it was original. It was an original at the time it was released back in 2012. It was an original movie. It was original. It was going based on, stuff like, it was based on Glee, but in a different setting, different environment, different characters, story, everything. And that really worked, hence why it was such a hit when it was released. Then came out the second film. Yet again, it was a hit. But for me, it didn't work. Because I've noticed, I'm going to bring it up with the third film once I get to it. The second one, it had pretty much the storyline, not the exact storyline, that was a bit different, but the key points of the second film was shown in the first one, like introducing a new character, which was Haley Steinfeld's character and her mum. And then they continued with the spreading their wings and stuff. Because they was their last year of uni. And then there was like the riffraff and this competition. They're going against the competition, the German side, and that's like rivalry between the first one, which was between the male group with the Troublemakers and the Bellas in the first one. The second one was the German team and the Bellas. Now I'm going to bring in the third film. Same thing, the riffraff, they're going against the all-female band, the other bands, and they're on their own doing the a cappella, still the riffraff, still all introducing new characters and yes, all of that. The third one, I think did well, but it didn't do really well. The third film for me was the worst. Was not great at all. I love the action scenes with Rebel Wilson, but that was the only thing that worked. Third one was not good. They should have just stopped the second one. The third one was not necessary. Hence why I thought the trilogy, the Pitch Perfect trilogy, did not work. And I hope there's not a fourth one. I probably will see it. Most likely I will see it to give you guys a review. But it's not gonna happen.
When I looked again, it was like 10-2.
And then now we're gonna talk about the Bad Neighbours 2. This one, on the other hand, did the opposite for me. This one actually works. Yes, it's like with the Pitch Perfect trilogy, it had the same layout. With instead of it being fraternity, it's a sorority. And then you meet the new characters and they move into the house next door and there's issues and they're fighting. The neighbours are fighting. What? They kept the same level of comedy. It was funny, it was fresh, yes there were new characters, but the storyline was completely different. Like they're moving on, Mac and Kelly are moving on, they're about to have another child. They're starting a new life somewhere else, moving to a new house, but they're trying to sell their current home, which you would think they'll try to sell it in the first film. Yet, with Teddy, yes, he's graduated uni, he's on the fraternity, he's trying to help them, but he's the sorority, but he's moving to the opposition. So they've got the thing, which is why I personally thought it worked. It might not have worked for someone else, which is why each to their own, but that's what I thought personally. What other good, an honourable mention that was really good was Finding Dory. 15 years in the making, and it was an excellent film. Yet they still took that analogy, that thing of Dory had the short-term memory loss, but they used it and based it on her, based it on Dory. But they still had Nemo, they still had Marlin, they still had the other characters, which made it good, which is worth the wait. So that's all for my video for this week. I'll see you next week with a new video. See you then. Bye.